Shabbat Shalom. Good Shabbos to everyone in SW3 and beyond. Please excuse my voice. Too much learning and singing over the Shavuos festivities. This week's Sedra here in outside Israel is Naso, where it is the longest Sedra, primarily because it repeats 12 times the 6 sentences that describe the gifts that each prince of each tribe gave to God on the dedication of the temple. It begins with the mitzvah, the commandment of a soter, someone who has extramarital relations and is caught, and what happens as a result of that. Immediately after, the description of the punishment, which is dire. It talks about the Nazir, someone who decides to dedicate himself to God. No wine, not even a grape peel, nothing. No haircut, nothing. For a certain amount of time, they become the Nazir. And the late, great Rabbi Roberts, who was a rabbi in Hendon for nearly half a century before he retired to Manchester and passed away just 2 weeks ago, he says, the Talmud asks, why is the commandment of Nazir immediately after the commandment of Sota, the one who had adulterous relations? And the answer is because if you witness what happens to someone who is frivolous, you will realize that you need to uphold yourself and withhold yourself from doing things that would make you out of control. Rabbi Roberts asks, but if you see it, then surely you're not the one who's going to be a Nazir. If you don't see it, that's the one. If you've seen it, you've learnt your lesson. And he says a most incredible thing of how our sages in the Talmud understood the human psyche. Sometimes if you hear about something, it's worse. If you see it, it plants something inside you which you never had before. Sometimes seeing something is far worse and would maybe encourage you to do it. He continues that whenever someone was hung in the Jewish law, the person, whoever was hung, had to be removed from the gallows by nightfall of the same day, once again, so no one gets to see the actual event of the death, and nobody has some psychological push and urge to do the wrong thing. The rabbis, our sages, they knew. What an amazing lesson for nowadays, how we need to withhold ourselves from all that is surrounding us and just pray that us and our children go in the right way, making the right choices. Good Shabbos.